You got me straight tripping, dude.
We'll give you combo +2. Am I done with my stuff? I am not done with my stuff. Okay, no one else is done with their stuff.
Is that Judith?
What?
It's Alfor and Earmuffs.
Boranbo posted something in the Discord. It looks like Judith ears, though.
Yeah.
Alfor and earmuffs.
I just like to see elves suffer.
Why you like this?
Yeah, I agree.
Elves are cool.
Why do you think I keep posting so much Ball Buddy?
Like, buddy.
Like everything, like
Alexei
I didn't even
unleashed
know
something
that he
terrible.
had less than savory account. Like I knew he was capable of it.
I'm
but
tired
I
of
thought
all
it was
this
just like,
freeing the world
he found
nonsense.
his niche in comics, and
Yeah.
he has been hitting it solid every single time.
Yeah.
Just what is the
I'll show you all
Autophagos?
the voice acted ones.
Who
They
knows?
actually make it way
A
better.
catastrophe. It can't be anything good. Guess I get to fight a big one this
The
time.
big Cthulhu type monster, of
I like
course, is
the
bad.
big one.
It certainly is.
The big.
So, you're going after it?
It doesn't look like I'll have a normal life if I don't.
A normal life.
Has he
For
ever-
everyone.
I was gonna say, I'm like,
That's
how
why
did he
we
ever
fight.
really ever wanted to have a
Yeah,
normal
that's enough,
life?
right?
I think before the adventure started, he was pretty much happy with himself.
Yeah, he was like, I'm just chilling in the slums. And
He was just a rogue that
He
murdered
basically,
anyone.
he basically Sonic the
One
Hedgehog.
minute.
And
with
fun
a
is
much,
nothing.
with a much
Fun is
more.
Yes,
Okay.
it is.
Emerald.
I thought I heard a familiar voice. Oh, it's really you.
Wait, who's doing the voice in the whole video?
Thanks,
Yourself?
everybody.
Knuckles.
Don't go taking that young lady around everywhere. She must be tired.
What do you mean? Estelle, were you using your power?
She fixed up every wounded person who came back.
Gosh dang it,
We're
stop.
all in her debt.
If there's anything else I can do, please let me
Dilly
know.
Was that Ned Flanders?
Nice to see the lower quarters back to normal.
It'd be perfect if only that thing in the sky weren't there.
Don't worry. Leave it to Brave Vesperia.
Isn't that where it came from? Well, I know.
There you go again.
It'd be great if
And
that thing
just
that
how are you
caused
gonna
us
close up that
doomsday
hole
wouldn't
in the
be
sky?
Hey, if anyone can do it, Yuri can.
Is that Carol?
Yeah, he never makes promises he can't keep.
That sound like
That's far
That
enough.
would be the older version of
Oh god.
Now you,
Rita.
what do you want?
Oh, the Goon Squad. They're gonna save us all.
I say,
Make me
take a
uncomfortable.
look at this.
Like, why are they so pink and
You don't like fish lips?
Huh?
exactly?
A
You don't
what?
like them
For me?
Risks flying
You don't like them fish BDSLs?
with digital
Just
service
Yuri?
lines.
Yeah.
I say a knight's duty is to apprehend the unlawful.
So I'm the only one with a bounty on my head? Nobody else?
You did kill people, Yuri.
That has nothing to do with the matter at hand. We have a proposal. Return to the knights, and this all goes away.
Good gosh.
What?
Someone high up is making a fuss about leaving you to do as you please.
Oh, it's Flynn.
So,
Frickin' blend.
You'd feel better putting the reins on me.
now you've got the
The
idea.
end of the world is coming, and these people are worried about the rules.
Hey, Swan!
Icarus, this is
What?
why I play
Where?
a chaotic good character, by the way.
Gosh dang it.
Hey,
Bye!
wait!
So long, everyone!
Chaotic good character.
Take
chaotic good
care.
character with a great
Gee, Sonic the Hedgehog.
Or Luffy.
Yeah.
Just as I
Yeah,
thought.
whatever.
And I wouldn't have it any other way.
What?
I enjoy chasing you.
Let's go! Arrest that man!
Shearies.
This is basically Lupin the Third at this point.
It's starting to be a little bit.
Yeah, I feel
I
like
can, I can see how you came to that conclusion.
This hill's pretty brutal.
Those knights are amazing.
They are
Notorious
tenacious.
monsters, and he gets tired walking up a hill.
Have you done hill climbs, bro?
Yes, it's tiring.
Oh, hello,
It's
Patty.
tiring. It's really
Patty.
tiring. But this man
Where
is
did you come
killing
from?
huge monsters.
I don't
Yuri, thank the Seven Seas. I knew you
Yeah,
were
if he
still
was like a
alive.
normal fighter, I'd be like, sure. But
Yep,
he's like
still
murdering
kicking.
like gods
Somehow.
at this point.
He's all
Oh.
anaerobic power.
Huh?
It's literally me for the past 3 weeks.
Hey,
Anytime I come
Judith!
up the stairs.
Dude,
Estelle, I just came to get you. Where's Rita? Rita's in Ospio putting together all of her research. You'll come too, right?
Yeah, if you don't mind me catching a ride.
Judith,
Then
you
let's
still
go.
wearing your underwear?
Sorry to make you
She's
worry,
wearing the best
Judy.
outfit. I don't know what your problem is.
My heart was about to burst from worrying so
Than
much.
her original outfit. So.
A little bit.
Yeah, right.
That still look like lingerie.
Hey,
She is
you really
completely
mean it.
dressed by comparison.
Original outfit.
Original suit of armor.
Yeah,
Not
Judith would've been
again.
cool if she wore the
Just
armor.
once. Just once I want to take it easy when I leave someplace.
In her original armor, that's all I'm saying.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Don't talk to me about AC. Bull crap. Terrible.
I'll
system.
talk to you about AC all I want. I've been playing Pathfinder for like
Goodbye,
a week and a half
knights.
now, and it's been my newest
See you later, suckers.
Get back here!
What's wrong with AC?
I think
Everything.
I'm asking Icarus. I don't know.
Nope. Not going into it. Playing a game.
I heard you.
Okay.
Seeing the Autophagos just there in the sky, it's horrible.
South, you really need
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, you need
To
it.
think that catastrophe from the legend was hidden up there all along. It's creepy.
It just showed up in the sky out of nowhere. All the people must be so worried. I'd rather see what we're up against than let it grow out of control somewhere hidden away. Your spirit is amazing, Judith.
It might be a good thing to have the danger right out in front of us, though. It'll bring together people who'd never get along otherwise.
True. When you can no longer deny the Autophagos exists, all that's left is to face it.
Yeah.
You're right.
You made that comment. Look at that. Oh my god. That's actually really cool. That's terrifying.
It kind of reminds you of Valheim. You have Yggdrasil just like hanging over in the sky above you.
This. There we go.
It is really cool. You should
No.
play. You should play Valheim.
Judith. No, I should be free. I should be free.
You're 3? Okay, there you go. Yeah, there we go.
Oh, yeah,
There
I
we
guess
go.
I should warn you. I don't know. Maybe I should just say if I'm not playing Rita,
Oh, I know. We'll get Rita back. We'll get Rita back in like 2
you're
seconds.
gonna have some real troubles, man.
You're not. Hanuman staff.
Hanuman.
Still Hanuman staff.
Yeah,
I want the Dark Crystal though. Dark Crystal.
That's that movie you like so much, right?
Have you not seen
Yeah.
Dark Crystal multiple times with Ryan
Yeah.
as your betrothed? Is that the right word? No.
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 before
They're
you-
married.
Now.
Husband.
Yeah, he's betrothed dead.
He's just showed that.
I don't know
Right.
if you know this, but we got Murray.
Yeah, they got Murray.
Oh, I totally forgot.
No, we do. We were there.
I'm not sure.
When did that happen?
About a month ago.
It was going to Florida, playing a game of giant Jenga with the guys.
Oh my gosh, that was funny.
I thought that was even outside.
It's been a month already. Almost.
Wow, it's already been a month.
Almost, yeah.
I will say the past 2.5 weeks have been an oddly zen-like state because I finally settled into my new role with my job. I'm basically just a tech detective now. So I just wake up every morning and I kind of go,
That's beautiful.
what's wrong with this unit? And then I have to go investigate it for hours on end. And
I'm really
ironically, it's
glad
actually
to see you're still breathing, Yuri.
Sorry that I made you look for so long.
Sounded like
Actually,
Well,
okay.
it wasn't my first treasure hunt, was it?
Estelle was the first one who found him, though.
Right. So alas, we were
I mean,
delayed.
to be fair,
You're really treating me like some pretty
who would we
bauble
say
that you
that
picked
to
up?
at this party?
You're the treasure I've always been
No,
looking
Patty,
for.
stop.
Oh,
It's not.
now that's true on
Carol,
multiple
yeah, Carol's a
levels.
good choice.
No special meaning. I mean what I said.
Maybe.
Indeed. You are
I
all
like Patty though.
treasures
She
to
has
me.
variable trigger.
And now we're off on another treasure hunt?
Exactly.
We'll have to be quick and be sure nobody gets to our loot before us.
Aye.
Patty made it.
We're going to Oscar.
Actually, do we even want to get rid of this Doomsday thing? It looks kind of cool.
It does look really cool, I won't lie.
Yeah, we'll just keep it there. It's not finished.
Yeah,
What are you doing here?
It's a nice accent
Oscar,
piece.
we gotta go to...
We gotta pick up. We gotta pick up
Rita was
Rita.
a Zaude.
Yeah, Rita.
No, they said she
Oh, that she
relocated.
came back.
Yeah, she came
Oh,
back.
I didn't.
She took it to take care of her findings. She's like, let me actually...
I guess when Judith is with us, she probably took Rita away.
She had to present her white paper.
Eureka!
Alright.
Rita, Yuri is...
Yuri, Rita, can you not do that in battle? Can you not run that fast in battle?
We're more invisible to her than a camouflaged cuttlefish.
It seems like she's blind to everything but her research right now.
I can't really blame the people here for treating her like such a
Literally
weirdo.
just me. People walk up and
She
start trying
looked
to
so
talk to me, and I'm
happy.
sitting there going,
She
no,
must
I'm
have
looking
discovered
at
something.
an error report that details
I hope so.
the versions
Let's
of
go and
software
see.
that's causing the error for this one unit, so go away.
I'm doing my job.
Run quicker.
Oh shoot! Before we go get Rita, shopping, grab items. Holy crap! Holy crap!
Shop, finally.
And no, I'm not doing armor and stuff. I'm buying items, so don't.
No, yeah, armor and items and weapons.
I'll skip the
Oh
weapons.
god, did I do that out loud?
Should save.
We don't have anything good here anyway. So
Should save.
Synthesize me, Captain.
okay, apple gels, everything. Orange shells, everything. Oh my god.
Freaking Captain Crunch reference from late 90s. Jeez.
Give me that Saturn claw. Ooh, the Vorpal sword.
We have most of these.
You have
But like Alice so much, what's the Vorpal sword from?
But what if the Jabberwocky shows up?
The Vorpal blade. We've been doing Alice
Icarus.
Madness Returns.
Icarus, if you like Alice so much, what book is the Vorpal blade from?
Looking Glass. Through the Looking Glass. We're literally
Okay.
reading that in stream. We
Okay.
literally read it in
Oh
stream.
man, even I didn't even know that. Good job.
Yeah, and
Oh,
it's a
good job.
story.
Okay, good job. I was trying
It's a
to call you
story
out.
Alice reads in the alternate bedroom whenever she crosses over. And at first, she can't read it because it's backwards because it's the mirror world, so she has to hold up to the mirror to read it.
I was trying to call you out as a fake Alice fan,
Nope.
but I guess you got me.
You love C.S. Lewis.
That was
What?
quite impressive.
What? Excuse me? That was holy crap.
The Golden Compass makes him just go, woo! That's a thrilling read right there.
Iron Maiden. Yeah, I have to finish it first. I get Defend 4 instead. And I'll finish it and then switch it over. Whatever. I'm done. I don't care. Save.
Wait, oh yeah, C.S. Lewis, my bad. I just wrote what I said.
Oh, I thought you were doing that on purpose.
Yeah, I thought you were doing that on purpose.
When I made my joke for the Golden Compass,
Okay,
that
I
was
was
intentionally.
on purpose to catch him out.
I was like, wait, what did I do?
I was like,
I
no.
freaked out. I was like, oh yeah.
Lewis Carroll is who you're looking
Yeah,
at.
Lewis Carroll. Wow, that's so weird how that. Man, what did my brain do
How
that?
did
That's
Yuri
weird.
survive falling from a
Thanks,
height
Amanda,
like
for
that? He was over the sea. Maybe someone fished him out.
You wouldn't survive the
Took
fall.
the Fiertia everywhere to look
Oh, and I'm
for
being
him.
I'm being
But he
dumb
never
too
turned
because
up
Golden
anywhere.
Compass isn't even C.S.
Maybe
Lewis.
he
I was
drifted
about to
to
say,
shore
I thought you were
somewhere.
bringing
I thought you did that on purpose.
Yeah, I was doing it. I was meaning to say it ironically
Right.
because I was
As long as
thinking of
he's
the person who wasn't
that's enough.
C.S. Lewis.
Aye.
Because for obvious reasons of why C.S. Lewis, in terms
Sorry.
of what their writing is. So I was using the Golden Compass as like a joke for its intended purposes, but I kept falsely associating it with C.S. Lewis, which is not true.
I infected you with
Let me-
stupid. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Let me be fair on that. That was not my intention at all to compare the Golden Compass to C.S. Lewis at all. Because C.S. Lewis hates the Golden Compass.
Yeah, actually, Chris loves Lewis Black. That's what I meant to say.
What?
Oh, okay.
Hi, Blue Star Girl.
We have
What is this?
communication in that swirl there. Let me.
Wait, who is Lewis Black?
I don't know.
A comedian.
He's a comedian. He's
Raunchy comedian.
You'll recognize his face when you see him.
Yeah, he was in a couple movies.
We just going through her house and all her stuff.
I was just checking. I was just
That's
checking.
fine.
You should play Metroid Dread on stream and maybe people actually watch your stream.
I'm literally just gonna buy Metroid Dread at some point because it actually looks really, really good.
It's supposed to be very good.
We should be able to
Like
calculate the
Fusion, right?
force
Like
field
it's-
stability
Yeah, I love
coefficient.
Fusion. So like, pretty much,
So-
I'm pretty much after I
Rita?
get through Kingmaker, I'm pretty gonna take a break and play Dread.
We can make a
and I'm
key
gonna go to
formula.
The next Pathfinder.
Efficiency is okay. Making a
Yeah,
stable,
Dread is,
non-dispersing
like, really
piece
good,
should be.
so I'm 100%.
Hey,
gonna play it.
Rita.
I spoiled myself as little as possible. When I
What?
watched a
Don't
couple of
bother
sample
me.
streams.
She
Huh?
jails.
Oh, it's you.
Oh, it's
How did you get into?
Oh, it's you.
Wait, you're.
Oh,
the heck
you're-
did you
oh,
get
you're
into
alive.
my
Okay.
unlocked door and
Hi.
And he just casually, hey.
Aw. Oh, what? No, she can't show
Where the hell
feeling.
were you?
Oh,
We
no,
looked
she
all
can't show
over for
relief.
you, you know.
No, we don't do
No.
emotional maturity here. No.
This is basically me and Charlie's
Sorry about
relationship.
that.
It's a tough girl.
I mean, this
Well,
is pretty much how
whatever.
act towards
I
all
don't have
people,
time to
so-
argue about that.
Charlie was
I have
there.
something
Charlie-
very
Charlie was
important to
standing
talk to
there
Estelle
and
about.
you Flip them off or something. Like,
I mean, yeah, but yeah.
We should all hug instead. We should do that as a greeting.
I mean, I perfected the
Estelle?
Charles laugh while at work for people who tell stories. That
I may have found a way to control the behavior of air.
So the laugh is basically like you kind of tilt your head up a little bit, and you don't actually laugh. You kind of suck in your breath a little bit. You go, and you kind of like you do like an invisible laugh in that way.
That's so true. Oh my god.
Every time I tell Charlie a story, Lane's sitting there taking notes on how to say
Yes. I'm like, this is how I avoid making conversation, yet still seem personable at work all the time.
Really?
Oh,
That's great, Rita! I learned lots of things when I investigated Zaude. Like how we might be able to apply the techniques used there. However,
with people at work.
That is related to Estelle's power as a child of the full moon? We need to interact with the air to make it recombine freely according to a formula.
They're technically my boss.
This is something only Estelle can do.
Or there are people
If
that
only
have
I hadn't given Dane
actually have
Nomos
like
back.
good insights about stuff. So
Did you meet Duke?
if only we had Dane
Yeah,
Nomos.
he saved me.
Yeah, I feel
Well,
like
he said it was so he could recover the
I
sword.
couldn't lose this sword, so.
That sword's different from the child of the full moon. I doubt it could be a substitute. But that control formula you used on Estelle, that was to control the power of the child of the full moon, wasn't it? Yeah. So if we're going to control the air with this theory, we have to release the control formula on Estelle.
So, if everything goes right, we control the air. But if we screw up, the air will get even worse and the world will fall to the Autophagos. Is that about right?
That's quite a bold plan.
Aye, it's a plan as bold as jellyfish stuck in shallow waters.
Alright.
Sure.
Yeah, okay.
Let's go with that. Anyway,
I was gonna say, you are
It's not that at all. And
I'm
then I was
sure
like,
it'll be
well,
fine.
Sure, whatever,
Estelle,
man.
believe
Whatever,
me.
kid.
Lend me your power.
Oh my gosh, I can't remember.
Are you scared?
Like,
No, I'm happy. I might still be able to use my power to help others. Rita, please let me know if there's anything I can do.
What are these announcements?
So what exactly do we need to
Her
do?
cousin posted a.
Well, I'm not completely finished working everything out.
Caption, and none of us know what he's saying.
It was a
Give me a
picture
little
of
more
at the
time.
wedding, and he was like,
Okay, we'll go see Carol and Raven while you
like,
figure things
salt
out.
water to your fish
Great.
scale. And I was like, what does that
I'll go
mean?
too.
And I
I've got
sent
all the
a
materials
screenshot
I
to
need in my
sister, and
head.
I was like, what
I'll
does
let you
this
know when I
mean?
work
And
it all
like,
out.
I don't know.
All right, me hearties, let's get
It's like they
going.
try to be profound, and it just
That's wrong.
it just doesn't make sense.
I don't know what he was going for. Like salt water to your fish scales. Okay.
There we go.
It's needed, but like.
For that kind of passage, you would prefer to. No, you wouldn't even use the word water. You would be better off saying light, like the reflection catches
If he was
on the
safe, the
scale.
least he could have done is let us know. That idiot. Yeah, if we'd known he was okay, we wouldn't have wasted all this time looking for him. But we wouldn't have known he was all right if we hadn't looked, which is why he should have let us know in the first place. I mean, we looked all over. We'd be too worried about him if we hadn't. You were really worried, weren't you, Rita? What?
Thank goodness you're safe, Fury.
Yes, I'm so glad.
I thought
Just look how happy Rita is.
Fish scales.
Are you happy?
Because I was trying to figure out how you associate salt water with fish scales.
The salt water is unnecessary in this passage. You just need to talk about light and fish scales, because under certain light, salmon skin and just like other kinds of fish scales really do shine and really do.
Without the
I feel like we're
picture,
putting too much thought into it.
I feel like without the picture, you actually solve what would make it make sense. But
Well, I mean, look, I wouldn't have put any thought into it unless you would ask, like, what was he trying to say? So I gave it some thought, and that's why I did it. But otherwise, you're right. It doesn't make any sense to say.
What does it mean? No one knows what it means.
But it's provocative.
Saltwater fish don't even really have big scales anyway.
You're also not wrong on that end. So that's also the thing I didn't want to bring up, like the realism of it.
It's like
But you're absolutely right on that end.
salt water to your fish scales.
That doesn't make any sense. You need to say say light.
Is he implying that we all have fish scales? This is your fish scales.
Right.
You're a mermaid, apparently.
You guys have fish
murder
scales?
people. Nope. Last time I checked.
Let us.
I mean, my elbows could use a little bit more extra lotion, I guess. Yeah, my elbows could use a little bit more lotion every now and again.
Maybe a little scaly.
found out that the only reason why my elbows are this way is because I keep them on an armrest for so long. Like when I was with you guys in Disney, basically all of my skin problems just vanished overnight.
Oh, because you weren't
because I wasn't sitting in front of a desk and on a chair, on a plastic rubberized chair with my elbows on there.
Interesting.
Crap is Stonkers.
I tried to put lotion on his elbows and he just...
Puts the lotion on.
He doesn't do
A
anything.
method for controlling the air, huh? I hope it goes okay.
Before the lotion
Yeah.
actually does anything.
If it doesn't, we'll have to keep our end of the bargain
you
with
gotta
Pharaoh.
use like a Neutrogena.
So shouldn't we stop it right away?
Thing on them.
There's no
you
real
gotta do
hurry.
it-
I'm sure they'll do
You
fine.
gotta do it for.
Yeah, they can handle this.
Before you start noticing the skin finally
have faith in them
exfoliating
now.
and peeling off, and then you can put the lotion and actually have it do something.
It puts the lotion
on its skin.
Did you yawn? What was that noise?
I was just gonna ignore that.
Oh,
From Icarus.
Yeah, it came from Icarus. Are you okay?
I was just gonna ignore that.
What did I make a noise?
Yeah, you made a weird
I'm
noise.
like we're blowing on an ocarina.
Oh.
Yeah, I heard. Yeah, it's like a flute or something. I thought maybe it was like you yawning. Or like,
No, that was. I didn't think I made anything.
I'll put some outside.
Are we fighting something?
This looks easy.
I wanted
Don't
to
let him
use
trip
the
you
word-
up.
I want to use the
Flickering blaze burn! Yeah, flickering blaze burn!
Okay, cool.
I mean, do you want combo too, so you can have a longer combo?
I do want it. I do want it.
I mean, I know the weapon kind of sucks, but
No, I don't care.
Can you grind it quickly on the level, guys?
technically. I mean, we should run into enough battles.
Yeah, I would say, is it just the number of battles you're in with it, or is that...
It's number of battles. It's not really experience. You can't grind it out with some 1 week stuff if you want.
Yeah, okay, that makes it faster than if you just do quick battles. Quick short battles.
Alright, where's Stonegris? Stonegris?
I guess the next one.
No, that's not it. You're right. It's
The
the next one.
Dongers is like a central point. Yeah.
Yeah, here it is. Here we go. Here we go.
Yeah, that's Dongers.
There's Dongers. Traveling the world. Okay, let's go pick up our sweet boy Carol.
I guess he's a sweet boy.
Damn it! Why did I have to do it? That was
Harry.
the Dawn's grandson, Harry, right?
Call the dumb.
Yeah, let's go. Do 100-man melee.
Oh, he sounded like he was crying.
Yeah.
I can't believe you!
Yeah,
You should have told me you were alive!
Sorry for worrying you.
Nerd.
Yeah.
But I'm back.
Well, aren't you tough? That's my boy.
That's my boy!
Hey, I said Yuri was my boy first.
Patty, stop.
I ain't handing him over to you, Patty,
Hey,
darling.
watching.
If you're both done messing around,
We just saw Harry. Did something happen to him?
There's been just a teensy bit of trouble. The Union's kind of a ship without a captain right now.
So the
Not
people won't
the
come together
Union.
unless there's some kind of core.
Core! That's it!
Okay, Rita.
What's it?
I've got it! Apatheia! It'll work if I use Apatheia! So even if the air stability coefficient keeps changing, if I connect one of those...
Hold
What
on,
was
forget the
Apatheia?
explanation. We wouldn't understand it anyway.
From the Entelekea?
That's the core of the talking monsters.
Oh, okay. The Apatheia we gave to the Dawn should still be around, right?
Bro, that's kind of rude.
Well, they're talking monsters.
That was Belius's
They're
Apatheia.
talking
The
beings,
Cyanosia.
same as anything else.
Elias.
Rita's found a way to control air.
Really? Cool!
Alright, someone's thing is echoing, by the way.
Do you know what happened to the Cyano after the Dawn died?
Nope.
What about Harry? Shouldn't he know, being the Dawn's grandson and all?
Good timing, too. I was just about to take him back. Go to the Union headquarters. We'll be back there soon.
Carol. But we don't get the old man yet.
Aaron.
Where did the boy go? Where'd he go?
Boy.
The son. Where did he go?
The grandson. Harry.
Yeah, where did Harry go?
To meet Sally.
Oh. Is it in here? Oh god, I really am doing Let's Play. They just said it and I can't remember what it was. Attention
You're the Let's Player now, dog.
I'm the Let's Player now, dog. Oh. Where did we go? Here? Oh gosh, where do you go? What do we do here? This is like the item shop. Gosh dang it. Yeah, okay, blah 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 blah. Okay.
Shocks.
I guess we just got to the main area.
Kind of smell like a ball.
Aw, sweet girl.
No.
Oh, look at this sweet girl.
Okay, she.
Ah, here we go, yeah.
The atmosphere is kind of strange.
Yeah, the Union is falling apart.
The Dawn's not
Because
here.
nobody wants to step in to take the Don's place. And the Don's heir ain't quite up to it. Come on, don't hang back now.
I was the one who led Grandpa to his death.
You did.
Someone like me could never become a man like the Don was.
I mean, you got a long way to go.
Nobody's saying you gotta become a man like the Don was. We're just saying you should at least show up to the succession meetings.
Hey, do you have the Dawn's epithea? We'd appreciate it if you could give it to us.
I mean, that's Rita. Dun-dun-dun.
Wow, that was quite a fastball, Rita.
That apatheia belongs to whoever succeeds the Don. It's not given to outsiders.
What?
Get things
Well, when will they
fixed.
choose a successor?
Let's have Carol succeed.
I don't know. Don't ask me.
I mean,
Aww.
Well then,
Slap
who
Harry.
should we ask?
I figured that was what they were gonna do anyway.
What, slap him?
No, make him the Dawn.
That boy's a real piece of work. Who's gonna protect the
Kinda set
city
him
if
up
the
to do
Union
that.
isn't?
What? That would be our guild, of course.
Talking of whose guild? I know that you sent in your Clouds of Dawn members to Zod.
The Union has never been outstripped by the Empire. We cannot sit here and risk falling behind.
But I guess the Union wouldn't really know. They just see the written word and be like, ah, it's Zod.
I say it was imprudent. It could have been taken as the Union's hostile act against the Empire.
In that case, we would defend our honor on the battlefield.
And who will be leading the battle? The Clouds of Dawn? If the Dawn got wind of that, he'd burst out laughing.
So why don't you boys in Altos throw your hat in the ring? Maybe then we'd see just how unpopular you really are.
This is ridiculous. Continue as you please till the world comes to an end. But don't bring up a war between the guilds. This isn't a joke.
Hey, I've got a great idea. Let's just set a bit of driftwood in the Dawn's chair.
What?
A hard existence being worn down by the waves lends it the exact same air of dignity.
Hattie, what the crap?
My, how ingenious.
Yeah, you just keep talking.
It's all right to be helped by your friends. Protect your friends and they'll respond in kind. That was the last thing that the Dawn said to me.
Carol.
What? Who's this kid?
It's Booster Kid. It's Booster
I
Kid.
can't do anything by myself, but I have my friends. Because my friends are there for me. I can do anything.
That's some Sora stuff.
They're
right
still there for me.
So you're
even
useless
now.
without your friends, but with your friends, you suddenly aren't useless. Okay.
Why
yeah,
isn't
makes
that
perfect
good
sense.
enough for the Union?
You do it.
The boy is right. The best thing that the guilds ever had was their ability to help each other. There is always a way to deal with things, even if you aren't some great big leader.
The Dawn told you that from now on, you have to walk with your own feet. You know how to walk on your own feet, don't you?
Gosh dang it, Yuri.
On your own feet or with your own feet?
You know how to
You
put
make it
one
sound
foot in front
so
of the
easy,
other.
but actually...
And soon you'll be walking.
Let's go. I'm gonna get sick if I have to stay here any longer.
Hey, you, wait up!
I do with crackers in your mouth.
Somebody should put Barry.
I want to be the
cliff.
leader.
I don't want to be though, but I do.
What about the Apathea?
If you've got enough spare time to be hanging around those idiots, you'd be better off using it to think of another plan.
It was an overrated experience.
Another plan? It's not that easy.
No.
You'll be able to come up with something if you just don't sleep for 3 days.
Don't worry about it for now.
Why is it on me?
So, are you guys gonna get the Xbox refrigerator?
Here.
I didn't even know that was a thing, so probably not.
So there was a joke about how the Xbox
Are you
Series X
giving
as
this
small
to
as,
us?
like a refrigerator.
A mini fridge.
And so Microsoft was like, yeah, it kind of does. You know what? Whatever, we're gonna make one. So they made a mini fridge. It looks just like the Xbox.
That's hilarious.
That's
Yeah, maybe I will get it.
I'm
Such a waste.
No, this is going to be stolen.
And that's what I was thinking.
What do you mean?
I owe you one.
Get a move on before the others realize it's gone.
I think the same thing.
To what do we owe this generosity?
Like any precious metal, I'm like, why is that
I don't
even
know.
a thing? Just make another.
Maybe it
circuit
just
out of
left a bad feeling in my stomach to get lectured by a kid like that.
We got a shortage.
Maybe there's some hope for that boy
and
after
these
all.
Assholes are deciding. Excuse me for the poor language, but they're deciding to build refrigerators.
So now that we've gotten the Apathea, what's next? Next up,
Yeah,
we're
but
going to the
Xbox doesn't
Zofair
need to be a
Rift.
part of that.
I'm going to use the unactivated air crene that's there.
So I
Rift.
apologize once
We're going
more
someplace
for the
cold
crude
again?
Language, but
Mind if
it
old
is-
Raven
it
waits
is
here?
worthy of the term.
Maybe they're building out of like crappy metal. Or something.
You'd rather be cold than have the world be destroyed, wouldn't you? Let's go.
Oh my god.
I want one.
No.
Please.
Oh, we got this.
Cyano. Cyano seal.
I'm so glad Yuri's okay.
Are you kidding? The Atafagos, the whole world going nuts? There's no way that kid would miss this.
You weren't worried, Raven?
Maybe just a little. But guys like him keep getting up, no matter what happens, so nah, I wasn't too worried.
You really believe in Yuri, don't you, Raven?
Aw, you're gonna make this old man blush.
Raven really does see himself in Fury.
Aw, he's like, this is my old self.
It's
Except
a
for
6 foot, 400 pound, 1-to-1 scale replica of the Xbox Series X.
6 foot.
Yeah, that's not a mini fridge.
Yeah, that's not a
Fridge
big
is
fridge.
taller than I am.
That is a very big fridge.
That's all size fridge.
I mean, okay, let's be fair. For the Xbox X series, that is actually a mini fridge because if you consider the original Xbox, then it would easily be the size of a building. It would just be a freezer room that you would normally see in a retail store.
I was gonna say it basically like a cryo chamber, like a
exactly
cryo facility.
Okay, so they are making an actual mini fridge, like an actual small.
Oh, so that was the full size replica they made,
Yeah, they made a full size replica.
and they were like, we can't produce this in mass, so let's just make a mini instead.
I still remember Razer's coffee holder. But they had a coffee mug, and then they also had like a coffee.
USB powered warmer to sit on your desk.
Yeah, you just have it sit there.
Target for $99.99.
Damn, it's expensive. What?
For a refrigerator? That's not so bad.
For a mini fridge. I mean,
A
for a mini
real
fridge-
nice sword.
For a mini fridge, I've seen worse.
The sleek matte black tower holds up to 10 cans of your favorite beverage and has
10 cans?
yeah, that's not a big mini fridge. Like that's like the size.
This is like the little 8-can one.
Yeah. It's a 6 can. He's putting me in school. It's not a mini fridge like a fridge you would have at your dorm. That size of fridge. It's more like a. I need to have my cold sodas next to me while I'm gaming.
Because the Disney Princess one is $79.99.
Okay, I'm making it
Let me
hold.
check.
I'm like, what was the point of telling us that without giving us the capacity to compare against?
No, she's just saying she wants you to buy it for her.
That's not happening. We don't need one. We don't have.
It only holds 6 cans.
So worthless for it, man.
The Disney
Yeah,
Princess one.
$80 for 6 cans. You can buy the same thing for $30. Like, and it's like Coke themed or whatever.
Like, I get the idea of enjoying
Basically a little beauty refrigerator.
the novelty of it, but just come on.
It's basically the little beauty
The Xbox
fridge.
one is clearly just to be like a cash grab for Microsoft, real quick, make some money off something silly.
Apparently they kept memeing it, so they were like, whatever, we'll
Yeah,
make it.
it's just like the Razer toaster that's going to be a thing eventually, or already is.
Well, there's something a little bit more. Oh yeah, absolutely. No, you're absolutely right on that end. But there's one that's a little bit more specific. The Toho Fumos. I don't know if you see much of those around, but they're kind of a big thing, and their price has gone up rapidly because of memeing. It's just like an anime figurine, but it has exploded because of it. So you can't get any of them in production because they just keep getting bought off for people who want to continue propagating the meme itself.
Jeez, that's weird.
There are weirder things, to be perfectly honest.
You gotta consume more.
You could decide that your first anime figurine is a cat dressed up, or excuse me, a chibi cat version of a show dressed up as a character that was also from a spin-off of another show that had her own side story in that show that wasn't related to the show at all.
Are these people?
You're talking to him.
That's not too bad.
Get the wizard horn.
Give me another fist.
Yeah,
Ooh,
let me see.
another fist.
Yeah, let me see about this. Let's look at the weapons first.
Just is it Goro? What are you doing?
I want more fists.
Epsilion made me watch Ronin the Warriors.
Okay.
Did you watch the whole thing?
You should have made you watch Saint Seiya instead.
Oh come on! I mean, obviously, yeah, Saint Seiya is it's also like
much better quality,
much better. So I'm not gonna.
You should have made you watch Samurai Pizza Cats.
Yes.
Yes. I watch Samurai Pizza Cats.
Oh, yeah.
You need to watch the English version of it too.
Samurai Pizza
Cats. This so bad.
And then make her watch SWAT Cats.
Oh yeah.
Well, yeah, but SWAT Cats is SWAT Cats. Come on.
Back in the 90s, everything was cats.
Because cats are awesome.
They tried to bring it back a couple years ago. Oh wait, no.
SWAT Cats?
No,
Samurai
cats. Cats the musical.
Oh god! Why would you?
We don't talk about that.
Sorry.
You like fist.
Awful.
Oh, I already have the Tyrant Fist.
Yeah, so...
It's Defender.
No, we don't have Tyrant Fists. It doesn't seem we have
I
that.
have Tyrant Fist equipped.
Oh, I see it. That's right.
What's Defender?
We have it. You've
Oh,
already
yeah, I already. Okay, whatever.
I'm seeing if there's anything that we don't... Oh, there's one.
Long guy.
Ow. Ow. The main goal.
The main ghost. Look, there's the sword breaker.
It's a sad song.
Turtle ring. We have that though, I thought. Yeah, yep, that's it. That's all we got. We got anything else good? Did you get something better? No.
Did you get something for me, Pete?
Yeah, you got something. There we go.
The old knuckle duster.
What?
That was one of the items that Yuri can use as an offhand weapon. The sub.
Any good?
The old knuckle duster.
Dragon boots.
Oh yeah, so Optometron.
Optometrist?
Optometron. My friend, one of my groomsmen.
Optonumetron?
Yeah. Is that how you say it? Optonumetron, you're right. So he saw my ring and he was like, "That looks like it's 1/5 of a set of brass knuckles." I was like, "What is that big?" And I was like, "Man, do they make like interlocking so you get individual rings and then you combine them into like one brass knuckle?" I mean, really cool, easy way to like sneak on brass knuckles on like a flight or something, you know?
We found it.
Well, I mean, the important part of the brass knuckle is the part that goes inside your fist.
Yeah, to keep it.
It's not actually the rings. So you can actually buy, like little bars that you just hold. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So actually some people have those on their keychains.
Mm.
Alright, we're good.
Cool.
We're good.
Some of them.
Alright, we're all stocked up. We're good to go. We're good to go.
The stalker.
I don't know about that.
That's you.
No. No, I don't stalk anyone.
You were talking to that Monster Hunter guy wearing
Sure.
Diablo's armor.
The show on Netflix.
Wait, are you gonna play Monster Hunter Rise?
I was about to say, I was like, I gotta let you know that though I really want to play Rise,
I kind of don't want to.
at the same time, I have a
job.
I was gonna say, like, I have like a billion other games that are maybe perhaps a little less time consuming. Like even the Pathfinder Kingmaker game is like, oh, minimum amount of time to like play the game and fully enjoy the experience is like 80 to 160 hours. And I'm like, you know what? That's not even 10% of the amount of time that I would need to play Rise. So I don't know about that.
Wait for it here.
Well,
I saw this coming out. I was like, ooh, Monster. I was like, man, I don't know.
Well, you know, like all the gacha games I play now, I pretty much gave up on Genshin. It's just, I enjoyed the game, but after they did something with the story that I wasn't like super crazy about, they kind of rushed some parts, and I got really turned off by that. So I went, you know what? Why am I spending all my time doing this? So I walked away from it, and I never thought about it again. And then thought, well, hang on, Pathfinder's here, and that's like basically just playing Dragon Age Origins again, but a CRPG.
It's
so
an
I'm actually
ambush!
just like,
We
ooh,
can
what
still
character am I now?
overcome
yeah,
this.
Variable trigger.
Blade! We should run away!
All right, I guess that's fair.
I mean, I can
But,
switch you or her if you want.
No, I want to play Rita. I can accept playing her because I know what to do. But yeah, no, definitely.
We will not go
in
easy
terms
on
of
you.
Rise, it's like, I
flickering
love
blades
the
burn! Found your weak spot!
Tiger!
Flickering blades burn! Angel ring! That didn't work!
Alright, who's next?
World was my...
Yeah!
Was my life.
Flickering blades burn! I found your weak spot! Done!
I got it.
Oh, flickering blades burn! Oh, flickering blades burn! Are you done already?
I keep trying
Yes,
to
practice.
Like every now and again, I say, hey, let's play Divinity, but it never really works out. So
Are you using the map?
Hey, Christmas.
I would really
Yeah, we
begrudge on it.
should play Divinity.
That was the next one we were gonna do on stream together. Actually, once this was done, if everyone wants to.
I really don't begrudge him on not wanting to get into it because it will be a little time.
Yeah, notice that too. Ariel.
But it's a little bit more independent because each of us would control our own characters.
Yes,
do our own
that's gonna be
thing.
huge. Thank God. No more parsec.
You'll just see me
It seems that the Union is still in disarray. They relied on the Dawn for too much. They're probably scared without the guy who used to decide everything for them. I think I know how they feel. Constantly worrying whether or not you're about to make some big mistake. Well, I can't understand being so afraid of messing up that you can't decide anything. Wow, I agree with you for once. The Union has to do a lot of thinking for themselves now that they're without the Dawn. Isn't that how it should be? Absolutely.
Human beings.
Go fight Snowflake, man.
That's Kunai when she sees a squirrel.
I feel like an easy win.
Don't get careless.
Oh, flickering blaze, burn! I found your weak spot! Oh, flickering blaze, burn!
I want to play Rise, but I also kind of...
Oh, flickering blaze, burn! Next!
It looks fine.
Oh, flickering blaze, burn!
It looks beautiful, like graphic-wise.
Literally, I see on my
Oh, flickering blaze, burn!
I'm not. Never will be.
Oh, flickering blaze, burn! Flickering blaze, burn! You're done!
Resound, O cry of victory!
I guess.
Why did Yuri fall at Zod anyway?
The core was falling, so I couldn't see very well. Did he slip?
Oh, no one knows.
Dear, what a clumsy lad.
He wouldn't be able to do much about Alexei.
It was pretty hot,
Where they
so
were
maybe
talking
he
about
just
child
wanted to
development.
take a refreshing
And-
dip.
they were
Returning to the
explaining
embrace of Mother
the
Ocean.
relevancy.
That's not
of,
like the boy at all.
The
Still,
old hero tales
imagining
and
it
why
makes me wanna
the Greek
crack up a
fable
bit.
myths still stand today. And the reason, the rationale that was presented, God, it was a long time ago, but for some reason I'm remembering it. Essentially, they were saying like you have to give the more black and white tales of these noble virtues before you can bring in the messiness of the world to a child's viewpoint. It was a weird lecture, but I thought it was kind of
Flickering blaze, burn! Oh, silver light!
But like the reason why they tell the tale of Hercules
Flickering blaze, burn!
Tiger Blade!
You're gone! All right, who's next?
Flickering blaze, burn! Flickering blaze, burn! That was wonderful!
Comedy.
I'm even stronger now.
It was one of the lesser known ones where the wives of all Greek
freezing.
Of all Greek
Think
men,
there's a cabin or something where we can get out of the cold?
Because they were.
I don't think anyone would build a cabin on top of a sheet of ice.
Something that they had a
If we just had some fire. Oh yeah, Rita, use your magic to give us some fire, would you?
All of their wives.
What am I, a walking matchbox? And besides, using it on you would be a waste of air.
What's the big deal? Weren't you just using it over and over again just a little while ago?
That was to defeat enemies. What would you want me to set on fire anyway? You've got a pretty muscular body.
Huh?
One of Noah's.
Well, I mean, with the guilds and the knights and all, it's a lot of work.
Doesn't look like there's enough fat to burn very well.
That's too bad.
How,
huh? Hey!
One of the sons of Noah had encountered Noah while he was.
Yep.
And I don't remember exactly what they said. They said he was like inebriated or something.
Noah, after he got off the ark,
they said
he went to the wine a little bit much, and he got inebriated, and his son saw him, and he got cursed because of that.
Yeah, so like, it was a really complicated tale because they were on the surface level. It's like, oh, well, the son should have called out Noah because of his because he was getting drunk. But it's like, but at the same time, you have to understand that every now and again people have their moments of weakness, and to expose that weakness is actually just not the layman's term that I got from it was look, if someone has their moment of weakness, you really just shouldn't go around exposing it to everyone, because I'll say like it's not cool, but it's more to say like, look, you have to be understanding to a certain point. Everyone has their moments, and to expose everyone in their moments of weakness really sets a bad precedence. For if you always force virtue on everyone, you develop a society that creates a stagnation to it. So yes, Noah had his human moments, and there were times when he was not of God in this sense. Yes. But at the same time, the man lived a pretty reasonable life for most of it. Yeah, he's human. He's gonna have failings. You can't just oust him because he wasn't a 100% perfect human being. So that was kind of like, it was a tale of family in this case. And it's really hard to remember all the nuances, but it was a very complicated tale. And the reason I'm even talking about it is because when you go back and examine a child's tale that you would tell to a kid versus something you would tell to an adult, it's like there's a lot of little nuances there that wouldn't quite make as much sense.
Pick me up. Come on, pick me up.
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
So, like, when you tell about a Greek tale of a Greek hero, you tell their virtues before you say, well, hey, this guy had problems.
Yeah, flickering blaze,
even if he had problems, it doesn't make him any less of a hero. Because everyone has their struggles.
Tiger Blade!
It's also important to show the false humanity to
Tiger Blade! You're gone!
Flickering blaze, burn!
reliant on the Lord.
Yes!
That's he was not where he was supposed to be.
That wasn't too bad.
But at the same time, when I see the New Testament and the Old Testament, while the Old Testament, and please correct me if I'm wrong on certain points, but the Old Testament was very much written for the time that it was in. So when it promoted these certain values, it was like, follow the harmony of the family that you were a part of, or the tribe you were a part of. And there are certain things that you need to acknowledge before you go into, while you're in this tribe. But in the New Testament,
I feel like an easy win.
Don't get careless.
I don't know. I would say civilization itself. So, and I'm reminded of the passage where they say it is better for, what was it, a camel to go through the eye of a needle than it is to get to the kingdom of heaven. So, which man, thank you. So, basically, you really will only get in through God's grace. Like, there's literally no getting around it. So you're gonna fail. And that's what I really appreciate about a lot of the faith-based stories that come from the Bible on that end. They're the ones I resonate the most with.
Keep your eyes on my sword.
Guidelines about how you should behave and stuff like that. I have certain, I wouldn't say disagreements, but I have like, well, you know, it was written in the time that it was for.
Flickering blades burn!
Mentions of faith. Look, there are things that you just should do. That are just good. Like, no matter what time period that you're in.
Well, you have to remember the Old Testament and the law was written.
Flickering blades burn!
So they're the show. This is how we are separated from the Lord. Like, this is why we cannot reach
your tail?
We're gonna get there eventually. And then the New Testament, it's all pointing to the New Testament going, but there's someone coming who's going to take care of this. God is going to send his son through the Davidic line, which is predicted all the time.
It's gold.
This will come eventually to fulfill the law in a way that we cannot do, because we fall after the garden.
The takeaway, though, for like, I guess I would say the modern Catholic, I guess if you want to describe it as such, is to say something along the lines of, look, you're not going to be perfect, and you will never be perfect. That is okay to not be perfect, because they'll constantly tell you the story of Job in this case, where they say they laid upon every single misery to this man, and he still managed his faith. So it's like, look, you're gonna fail, and that's okay. And that is something that I think society has robbed itself of. And this may be a little bit political, so feel free to shut me up at any point in time. But the takeaway I get from it is more or less just, look, you're gonna fail, and you should accept the fact that you fail, because you will learn from it. And this just more or less comes from my job. It's like, I fail all the time. I screw up all the time with everything I look at and go, oh no, I'm wrong on this. And then at the end of the day, I walk away and go, you know what? I made a lot of mistakes, but I learned a lot. So it's great.
Yeah.
Anyway, back to story.
That's maturity for sure. Like, that's very important.
Back to Raven blowing icicles out of his nose.
I see his nose. That's disgusting.
So, what are you gonna do with the air crane?
I'm going to use the energy to make an air converter.
An air converter?
My plan is to efficiently convert the air into matter, decreasing the overall amount of air. But for that, it's ideal to have the converter use energy similar to both air and matter.
How is that energy different from air?
Elementally separated air transitions into matter in stages and eventually becomes stable. I'm going to stop its transition between the two states and develop a converter formula.
So it won't be air or matter?
It's a state that's closer to matter than to air, but it's still not quite matter. We call it mana.
A ghost.
Oh god, there's the word.
Yeah, man,
Mana.
a ghost. You're right.
To think
Absolutely right.
that
You
one
called it.
short utterance could hold more gravity than the light used to lure fish out of the frigid sea at night.
How do you come up with this?
It actually has a really
Or is this
long,
a prequel
complicated
to the
name,
other Tales
but Mana's
games?
good
I
enough.
don't know.
Magic.
But it'll still be less stable than actual matter, so we'll need something to act as a core.
Estelle.
The Epithea.
And a lot of air and Estelle's power to recombine the formula. Using my power without the control formula will unbalance the air. It'll just flood out again.
Her shoulders
But we
out.
can't just sit here and ignore that thing. And
Yeah?
it's a bet I'm willing to take.
I guess I should be the one trying to stop you, but
I was literally thinking, Judith's probably worse.
I'm game to get in on this bet too.
I mean, even in her
I'll
original
wager a
uniform, the fact
billion
that she's
gold
not
on
cold
that.
is still kind of suspect.
The theory is
I don't know why
correct.
Rita's not cold
It'll be
either, but
okay.
then-
I'll return this billion gold to
Alright,
you
finish it
many
off.
times
She's got one
over.
leg warmer.
Well, no, what I was going to say is
Oh,
it's
truly
actually
now?
kind of weird because as long as you have your feet and your hands
Yep. Come
covered,
on, let's head to the
ironically,
air
your
crypt.
legs actually end up being just fine in the cold.
No.
Obviously not the freezing cold. Obviously not
Who
the
the
freezing
hell thought it'd be a
cold,
good
but-
idea to make sorbet in this freezing weather?
Oh, he made sorbet here.
So cold. My teeth are chattering too much to eat.
Yeah, you're not
I think
gonna hear
sorbet can be
what- you're not gonna
delicious,
hear what
even in the
you're
cold.
saying.
So it was
That's not
you.
the example
I was
I'm
just
saying.
expressing my opinion. I never said it was me.
No, it was Judith. We made Judith.
Judith, you're all right eating sorbet dressed like that?
If you get
And what was
an
it,
upset stomach,
2017,
Judy,
and-
I'll give you a massage.
That's hardly something you should be saying with your purple lips and your runny nose.
Rita, can you cast
Yeah,
spells
that was the year
like
there was
that?
a blizzard, though.
Probably not. My
Yeah,
teeth
I
are
understood
chattering
the
too
bitter
much.
cold at that point.
And my hands are too stiff to hold my weapons.
They didn't complain
Eating
about the cold the
sorbet
last time we
in a
were here.
frigid, cold field of snow.
The old man did.
This is not fun.
Raven did, yeah, Raven.
Well, yeah, Raven, but everyone else is suddenly.
Well, you know.
Yeah, fair enough.
It's cold.